matters. You're watching WAWB Live at 5.
So again, it's just cooperation and trying to get these drugs off the street and make our community safer.
A multi-county investigation lands several people behind bars. We'll tell you what they're accused of doing.
Ignorance, fear, and hate are among the greatest threats to the constitutional rights that every citizen of this great country enjoys.
A man is facing charges for a hate crime in Indiana. We'll have the details about what he is facing.
It's an incredible show to watch from the beginning to the very end.
Also, the Blue Angels have landed, and WAWB News has an exclusive interview with the commander and flight leader, Eric Doyle. Good afternoon, and thanks for watching Live at 5 today. I'm Mike Tang. After an investigation that spanned months, and several people are now behind bars on drug charges in Greene and Sullivan counties. Demetrius Sanders has been following the story and joins us in the newsroom with the details. Demetrius.
Yes, Mike. A total of 10 suspects have been arrested in connection to a meth bust that took place Wednesday afternoon. Indiana State Police drug enforcement investigators, along with members of the Greene County Drug Task Force, have been working on this case for 4 months. And Wednesday, they were able to serve warrants for the arrest of 10 suspects. Tips and other evidence allowed for the warrants to be obtained. The charges for the suspects range from conspiracy to commit dealing in methamphetamine to theft to possession of a syringe. Indiana State Police say these arrests were made possible due to many people.
There were a lot of man hours put into this investigation, but it was all made possible by hard work by our drug investigators and by tips and other information coming in from other law enforcement agencies as well as the citizens in the area.
ISP was also assisted by the U.S. Marshal Service, Putnamville District Troopers, and other agencies from both Greene and Sullivan counties. Mike?
All right, Demetrius, but no doubt a lot of hard work by law enforcement. But are these arrests the end of this investigation?
Mike, ISP says the investigation is still ongoing and more arrests are possible. Anyone with information is being asked to call the Indiana State Police or local law enforcement.
All right, thank you, Demetrius. A 20-year-old man has been arrested in connection with vandalism at a Carmel, Indiana synagogue last month. Cloverdale, Indiana resident Nolan Brewer faces a charge of conspiracy to violate civil rights. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Swastikas and iron crosses were painted on a shed and garbage bins at Congregation Sharia Tefillah in Carmel on Friday, July 27th. The vandals were also seen on video burning something in front of the garage. The FBI and Carmel police say they found surveillance video of Brewer and an alleged co-conspirator buying red and black spray paint and bandanas from Walmart. They say evidence of the crime was also found at Brewer's residence and inside his vehicle.
When an individual is identified as committing such a crime and the evidence supports it, that individual must be held accountable. The consequences must be clear, and those consequences must deter others who are similarly motivated.
The vandalism led to an outpouring of support for the synagogue. It also caused Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb to voice his support for a hate crime law. And by the way, Indiana is one of 5 states without one. A security camera captured his image. Now police need your help to capture the suspect. Officer Ryan Adamson has the details in this week's Terre Haute's Most Wanted.
Terre Haute police continue to search for an armed robbery suspect who hit the Family Dollar store on South 3rd Street. We have images from several surveillance cameras. Although there is not a clear picture of the man's face, he was wearing a camo baseball cap with a circular logo, a dark tee over a long sleeve shirt, and sweatpants with stripes down the leg. The robbery happened around noon on Wednesday, August 1st. The suspect walked in, displayed a handgun, and demanded money. He should be considered armed and dangerous. If this man looks familiar, please contact Detective Brad Rumsey at 812-244-2667. You can also message us on Facebook and Twitter. Remember, law enforcement works best with your help. Let's get Terre Haute's Most Wanted off of our streets.
You'll find this case and others on our webpage. Go to mywabashvalley.com, select news, then TH Most Wanted. Before he was a congressman, Larry Bucshon was a heart surgeon. He says every time he gets the chance to tour a hospital, he takes it. Today, he toured the Heart Vascular Institute at Union Hospital. He says the technology at Union is as good as any in the country. Also, he says what the hospital is doing is very important to the community.
Especially the advances in how to treat aortic valve disease. It's the main valve that opens when your heart beats to allow the blood to go to your body. And the innovation that's happened really since I've been in practice over the last 10 years is truly amazing, and they're doing a great job here offering that to this community, and I'm very impressed.
Congressman Bucshon says making health care available and affordable to all Americans is a big issue. He also says he's actively trying to find a solution. 12 jurors who are deciding the fate of Paul Manafort are working their way through 18 felony counts that range from tax fraud to bank fraud. The government accuses President Trump's former campaign chairman of putting $60 million in an overseas bank account and failing to pay millions in taxes to the IRS. Manafort's lawyers told jurors to look at the actions of Manafort's business partner and the government's star witness, Rick Gates. The defense labeled Gates as an embezzler and scam artist. They said, quote, "This is somebody Mr. Manafort trusted. What a big mistake that was."
Johnny, how do you feel about your client's case?
We feel good.
Gates got a plea deal from the special counsel in exchange for his cooperation. Manafort has been charged with crimes that allegedly took place before his time with the Trump's campaign. President Trump is yanking the security clearance of one of his fiercest critics, that being former CIA Director John Brennan. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders released the news. She cited Brennan's wild outbursts on the internet as erratic conduct as the reason for the move.
Mr. Brennan's line and recent conduct, characterized by increasingly frenzied commentary, is wholly inconsistent with access to the nation's most closely held secrets.
Brennan, who was a lifelong intelligence official from the Obama and Bush administrations, has become one of the president's harshest critics. He recently labeled Trump's news conference with Russia's Vladimir Putin as treasonous. The president told the Wall Street Journal, "I don't trust many of those people on that list. I think they're very duplicitous. I think they're not good people." We have some sad news to pass along this afternoon. Our family here at the station learned this morning of the passing of one of our co-workers. Our news director, Dina Reese, passed away this morning. Dina moved to Terre Haute 4.5 years ago to lead our news operation. She was a self-described news gypsy with over 20 years of experience in the industry and markets all over the country. Our hearts are very heavy this afternoon as we join Dina's family and friends in mourning the loss of our friend and leader.
Stay up to date on local and national news, the most accurate weather forecasts, local sports scores and highlights, contests, events, and so much more. The WTWO News app has everything you want whenever you need it. Download it today.
I'm Todd Hine with LaborLink. Stop in today. We have something for everybody. To apply now, call us at 812-235-6500 or go to our website at golaborlink.com.
Protecting our borders, that's where Joe Donnelly has always stood. Breaking with his own party to oppose sanctuary cities. 20,000 more Border Patrol agents. And Trump's border wall, Joe voted to fund it 3 times.
I voted for and supported President Trump's immigration bill, including the funding for the border wall.
Tough on immigration, always strong on protecting America and Indiana.
I'm Joe Donnelly, and I approve this message.
It's back by popular demand. The 4-for-3 deal at Rallies and Checkers with 3 options that'll really fill you up. Get the classic Rally Burger with cheese and all the fix-ins. Turn up the heat with a spicy chicken sandwich. Or go deep with the crispy fish sandwich. Plus, those famous seasoned fries. An apple pie and a drink, all for just $3. That's a lot of food for a little price. Better hurry. The 4-for-3 deal. Get it now with your choice of sandwich. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Optum Dental is now open in Terre Haute. Visit our modern office and friendly staff. Optum Dental offers orthodontics and Invisalign, dentures and implants, veneers and whitening.
Thanks, Optum Dental.
Please call us at 812-777-8777.
The whole family goes down under.
Let's get this Aussie party started.
But will someone get bushwhacked?
G'day, mate.
On the next Modern Family.
Modern Family today at 6. Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Ford. Drive it home with Dorset Ford, Marshall, Illinois. Your local Weather Authority with meteorologist Dan Reynolds.
Welcome back, everyone. Looking south on our Draper Post Building Skywatch Network camera. It's starting to see some blue skies out there. Rain-free in a few spots. There's still a little rain out there, though. Here's what we're tracking on the weather headlines. We are talking more rain in scattered form, possible tonight and tomorrow. Air show weather. I'm going to have that for you here real shortly. And some rain to start next week as well. Now, speaking of that air show, Saturday, 84 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. You notice no rain in that forecast. Keep your fingers crossed. Afternoon heating might pop up a shower, but not enough to worry about right now. Sunday, 86 and sunny. It'll be really nice out there. Here's what we're looking at in Terre Haute right now. 84 degrees, southwest wind at 10, humidity 72%. Does feel like 91. Pressure steady at 29.92. Rainfall here, we picked up 1200ths. So we're up to 3.41 for the month, getting close to that average of 3.56. Well ahead year to date. Rainfall since midnight, almost 9/10 at Bloomington. Just 200s at Vincennes, 900s over at Terre Haute. So it's been a real range of rainfall out there. 70 the low this morning in Paris, Terre Haute, 71s at Olney and Vincennes. Highs pushing into the mid-80s around the area. 87 at Effingham for the warm spot. Terre Haute's at 84. Temperatures right now, we're talking 79 in Paris, 84 at Terre Haute, 82 in Robinson. Not too bad. A little humid out there with all that moisture in the air. Winds tonight will lighten up once the sun goes down, so light south breeze. Metro V, if you're headed out tonight, take the umbrella just in case. There'll be scattered showers and storms again, just like we had last night. Notice the temp doesn't cool off a whole lot. Not a complete washout on rain either. Big picture right now, the bulk of the rain has moved off to the east so far, and we've really had the hit or miss variety again. As you can see around the valley here, a closer look. Disorganized rainfall. And there's a closer view. Dorset Automotive Doppler radar goes south of Bloomington. Just now had a little crump up here in Jasper and Crawford County. Go north of Terre Haute into Park County and on east into Putnam County. More organized rainfall. Models with a decent handle on things. Diminishes a bit with sunset. And we'll talk about rain coming in tomorrow morning, about showtime at 5:30. Take some breaks. See scattered showers and storms again during the afternoon hours. But notice how things start to clear out overnight into Saturday. Get into the afternoon hours Saturday when you heat up to the peak heating. It's about 5 o'clock, maybe a pop-up shower or storm. Keep your fingers crossed. We want a dry weekend, then it can rain on Monday. Rainfall totals over the next 48 hours. Let's see if the models have updated themselves. They were talking about some of the heavier rain being down to the south, and I don't think it's even going to show up. There it is, finally. Bloomington, just over an inch, about 2/3 at Terre Haute. That's over the next 48 hours. For tonight, scattered showers and storms, muggy at 70. I'll keep the scattered threat going tomorrow. For storms, rain, just plain old showers, more likely at times, muggy at 82 then. As we look ahead on the 7-day forecast, right now we're going to keep it dry for the weekend. Lots of clouds Saturday. Clear everything out for Sunday. Go sunny. Then introduce rain back in Monday. And we talked last night, Mike, on the late about a cooling trend coming. Yeah. That looks like it's going to hold up as we finish out August and go into September.
A lot of people are happy with you right now for this weekend.
That
looks pretty good.
Better not change.
You know, I think the Blue Angels will fly in just about anything, though.
Oh, I think so, yeah. They were flying right over my head today.
I saw them, too. 3 times they flew over.
Yeah.
Very impressive. You know what? Sad day today. The Queen of Soul is gone. When Live at 5 returns, we'll look back on the life and career of Aretha Franklin.
WAWV is brought to you by Forever Buildings. Get more with a Forever Building.
What can you learn when you're over 50? At the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Indiana State University, take part in over 60 programs like Local True Crime, Indigenous People of the Amazon, U.S. Supreme Court, or travel to Chicago to the Field Museum and experience an architectural tour. Over 50, your adventures in learning have just begun. All programs start September 1st. Visit ollieterrehaute.com or call our office today for a free program guide and start your adventure today.
More than 1 million illegal immigrants have been apprehended in the last 3 years. That's more than the population of Indianapolis. We must secure our borders. But Senator Joe Donnelly has waffled on supporting Trump's border wall. He broke his promise and voted to grant amnesty to millions of illegal immigrants. And now his radical colleagues are calling to abolish ICE. So tell Senator Donnelly, listen to Hoosiers. Vote to fully secure America's border.
Over Over 100,000 people have came and experienced Camp Ileana over the years. It just continues to be a life-changing place today. I do want to thank Graber Post for their awesome sponsorship of Camp Ileana. Just generous people that give back all the time, and they do great work. They employ a lot of people, and they're just quality. You can't go wrong with them.
Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Mitsubishi. Come in and test drive the all-new Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. This is local news that matters. WAWB Live at 5 continues.
Music legend Aretha Franklin has died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 76. According to her publicist, Franklin passed away Thursday morning at her Detroit home with her family and loved ones by her side. It comes 3 days after it was revealed that Franklin was in hospice care. For more than 5 decades, Franklin's voice belted out songs of change, joy, and pain. Stephanie Elam has more on the woman known as the Queen of Soul.
The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, certainly garnered respect on and off stage. Born Aretha Louise Franklin in Memphis, Tennessee, the 4-octave range vocalist began singing at her father's church in Detroit. The incomparable songstress often credited him for nurturing her burgeoning talent.
Very early on, he taught me a number of things having to do with timing and phrasing and different things like that, and coaching me in different ways. He did say at one point that one day I would sing for kings and queens. He did say that, and I have.
Franklin won her first of many Grammys in 1967 for Best Rhythm and Blues Solo Vocal Performance for Respect.
It was a civil rights mantra. I perfectly thought it applied well. Everybody wants respect. Who doesn't want respect?
Respect put the Atlantic recording artist on the path to winning 18 Grammys throughout her incredible career. She also took home awards for hits like Chain of Fools and Freeway of Love. Franklin was also ahead of her time with a string of firsts. In 1987, she was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and 7 years later became the youngest recipient of a Kennedy Center honor.
Some of the things that have happened are unbelievable. Who would have thought it? Right. But nevertheless, it did happen. God is good.
With her voice and her formidable achievements in music and films such as The Blues Brothers, Aretha is often considered to be one of the greatest singers of all time. However, the woman who sang for kings and queens reveled in being good at the most important job in the world.
I've been a wonderful and a very good mother, and am a very good mother. That's what I am most proud of first.
A loving mother, a decorated diva, Franklin was most of all grateful for her music, her longevity, and her audiences throughout her career.
It's the love of the music, loyal fans.
Today, President Trump started his cabinet meeting by sending condolences to Aretha's family. He said she was a great woman with a wonderful gift from God, her voice, and she used it so well. She was a special woman. Details about Franklin's funeral arrangements will be released in the coming days. The King of Rock, Elvis Presley, also died today back in 1977, and now one of his motorhomes is up for sale. It's one of 8 mobile homes parked on the property near Graceland. Presley spent time in the 60-foot mobile home at his Circle G ranch while escaping the limelight. He bought the motorhome in 1967. It has changed hands twice since his death, but it's still registered in Elvis's name. The interior has been fully restored to its 1960s condition. The buyer will also get the original paperwork featuring Elvis's signature. The auction takes place on August 25th. Rebecca Lyons is a successful Christian author, and she is coming to the Wabash Valley to speak. Up next, details on how you can see her.
I'm Todd Hine with LaborLink. Here's a list of some of the jobs we are hiring for right now. To apply now, call us at 812-235-6500 or go to our website at golaborlink.com.
It's time for easy growing with the Apple House. Here's Tom Cummins with planting tips for summer.
Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Growing. This is Tom Cummins with the Apple House, home of the Blooms Brothers. Here we are entering the month of August, and you often wonder, well, what can I do to brighten my landscape at this time of the year? And there's a lot of wonderful perennials that we're going to show you today that are blooming at this point in time during the season and generally will bloom on into the fall. So the first one we're going to talk about is this one called Big Blue Liriope, which is kind of a clumpy grower which got a nice pretty blue bloom on it. The next one is a plant some people call Turtlehead or Chelone, just getting ready to bloom, and it's going to bloom well into September and October for you. Coreopsis, another great plant that tends to bloom all summer long and into the fall. There's a variety of different varieties of Coreopsis. This tall growing plant here is called Blue Hyssop. Again, a wonderful performer, gives you a little bit of background in your perennial plantings. Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susans, very, very durable, blooms well into the fall. Another one is Yarrow, comes in a variety of colors. This happens to be a yellow variety, but it comes in some other colors available to you. Reblooming daylilies, varieties that will not only give you the first flush of color, but will rebloom for you. And then lastly are the upright sedums or fall sedums that have a nice, pretty pink bloom on them in the fall. Enjoy these plants in your landscape today. This has been Tom Cummins with Easy Growing.
For more planting tips, be sure to watch Easy Growing next week or visit us online at theapplehouse.com.
$48 of every $100 spent at local businesses stay right here and help the Wabash Valley grow. Keep the hard-earned money you spend in our community and get local today.
This is local news that matters. WAWB Live at 5 continues.
Take a look at this light show. This photo is from astronaut Alexander Gerst from the International Space Station. It's one of the auroras over Earth. These beautiful green lights are caused by the sun. The sun's solar wind constantly sends small particles our way, but Earth shields most of that from us. Sometimes these particles and other energy travel into our magnetic field where they interact with gases in our atmosphere. We call the resulting lights the auroras. Always pretty pictures. We don't get to see that very often around here, once in a blue moon. What we are seeing around here, scattered showers and thunderstorms. As you look at your Dorset Automotive Doppler radar, we'll continue with that pattern tonight and tomorrow. Mike, the big question is, all that going to clear out in time for the weekend? Big air show coming up.
Big question. You have those answers, though. I know that. I think it looks pretty good. Hey, you know what? You know what else is pretty good? My guest here, Brooke Reinl. He's a pastor here, and he's here to talk about a special event involving a best-selling author. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who is it, and what is the event all about?
Rebecca Lyons is a best-selling author. She has a personal story of coming into this comparing and competing that we do often, caused a lot of pressure and anxiety in her life, and she has a message of freedom that we were already made to do what we're supposed to do. And so she shares her story for women on how they can stop living the life of that pressure, depression, and anxiety and come into a life of freedom.
Your church, tell me a little bit about the history of your church.
The church I'm a part of is over 125 years old, but we are more recently closer to the community of Brazil, and we moved out there in the year 2000, and so we're a little bit newer building and property, but we've never gotten to host an event like this, so we're really excited to be able to do that.
And the issues that she's going to talk about are pertinent to a lot of people, right?
One of her lines is, when was the last time you really felt completely free? Because you were not made to compare and compete, you were made to be free. That's one of her key taglines.
So there's a real Christian, a real religious aspect to what she's talking about.
Absolutely. It's a very bold Christian message about freedom in God.
As a pastor, I'm sure you preach about things like this and talk with people about it. How important is it for you to have somebody with a national known author to come in and actually verbalize this and help out the people that come there?
It's a special treat for the Wabash Valley and for our congregation. It was handed to us by another ministry serving on the streets who's hosted this Ladies' Day in the past, and it's just to bring unity, and the message will be of freedom. So we're super excited to be able to host it. Our tickets are selling pretty fast. We have a limited amount, and we want to make sure.
And the money is going to a good cause, too.
Yeah, it's only $10 because the speaker was fronted by contributions beforehand. So the money will go back to organizations in the community like Cradles of Clay County, and also to maybe host another event like this in the future. So.
All right, so get out there and get those tickets, because this is a good event.
Yep.
And you'll learn something, and it'll be very worthwhile. So Love, Ladies Unity and Freedom event with guest speaker and author Rebecca Lyons is Saturday, September 8th. It will be at McKinley Hill Church in Brazil. Doors open at 1:30 in the afternoon, and the program begins at 2. Tickets are $10 in advance, and for tickets, call 812-223-2843. Brooke, thank you so much, and good luck with that event. All right, up next on Live at 5.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited to meet new people. My roommate seems very sweet so far, so I'm very excited about it.
Yes, she is. It's move-in day for future Pomeroys at St. Mary of the Woods. Stick around for more details. The Blue Angels and the F-22 Raptor demo team have landed in Terre Haute. Up next, you'll hear from the teams about their upcoming performance.
It's back by popular demand. The 4-for-3 deal at Rallies and Checkers with 3 options that'll really fill you up. Get the classic rally burger with cheese and all the fix-ins. Turn up the heat with the spicy chicken sandwich, or go deep with the crispy fish sandwich. Plus, those famous seasoned fries, an apple pie, and a drink, all for just $3. That's a lot of food for a little price. Better hurry. The 4-for-3 deal. Get it now with your choice of sandwich. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Indiana's all about doers, like Mike Braun, doing stuff to create opportunity so more doers can do what they do. Folks in Washington ain't doers. They're anti-doers. They stop doers from doing. Anti-doer Donnelly shipped doers jobs to Mexico. He votes against doers. Mike Braun, he's a doers doer. High wages, affordable health care, made in America. He'll do it there so we can do it here.
I'm Mike Braun, a doer, and I approve this message.
Bring on the new, hand down the old. It's Truck Month at Terre Haute Chevrolet. Find new roads with a rugged 2018 Silverado 1500, only $29,937, and make no payments for 90 days. It's more than just a Chevrolet. It's a Terre Haute Chevrolet.
I'm Todd Hine with LaborLink. Here's a list of some of the jobs we are hiring for right now. To apply now, call us at 812-235-6500 or go to our website at golaborlink.com.
Are you looking for something fun to do this summer? There's plenty to do here locally. Find a list of fairs and festivals on mywabashvalley.com. Brought to you by BR Custom Graphics. We can print it.
Super smart, spacious, and efficient. Own the 2018 Chevrolet Sonic at an unbeatable price. Only $197 per month right now at Terre Haute Chevrolet. It's kind of a big deal. It's more than just a Chevrolet. It's a Terre Haute Chevrolet.
And now, your WAWB forecast first.
Good afternoon, everyone. 84 degrees here at the WAWB studios. Kind of muggy out there. Let's check things out on the Gerber Post Building Skywatch Network camera looking northeast over downtown. Clouded up there, and there's some rain off to that area as well, especially up around Park County, moving into Putnam County. That will shower develop down in southern Crawford County now. We're going to keep scattered showers and storms in the picture for overnight through tomorrow. Forecast first on the muggy side tonight. There is an end in sight to the rain. When? I'll let you know coming up. Your news continues.
This is local news that matters. You're watching WAWB Live at 5.
This morning, incoming freshmen at St. Mary of the Woods College received a warm welcome from President Dottie King. Move-in day is always a celebration at the Woods, but this year, the private college has outdone itself with a new record enrollment. Lily Pesavento joins us in the studio with details about this joyous occasion. Right, Lily?
Thanks, Mike. Move-in day can be a lot of things, nerve-wracking and exciting to name a few. But this year, the Woods isn't just celebrating each individual student, but the amount of students.
Over 200 students are enrolled for the 18-19 school year at the Woods. That's a 30% increase from last year.
It's just, I can't even explain how grateful I am.
Every year, President Dottie King shakes the hand of each individual student who pulls into campus. And this year, she's shaking over 200 hands.
St. Mary of the Woods College is a small enough place that the students are individuals to us, and so to be able to greet each one is really indicative of the heart of the school.
As students pull into the campus, they are also greeted by the thunderous applause of teachers and staff, all with the added bonus of pom-poms, bubbles, and a band. Incoming freshman Morgan Leslie says driving through the avenue set the tone for her entire move-in.
I'm kind of tired, had a long drive here, so it was really fun to see everyone kind of like high energy and excited for me to be here as I am to be here.
Leslie says the support from the staff and other students helped push her decision to become a Pomeroy.
So it felt like home right away.
And while she may be a little bit nervous about starting college,
I definitely think we're all going through it together, so it should be pretty easy.
The day didn't stop with move-in. Students and their families finished the day with activities as well as orientation meetings, all in an effort to make sure this year goes smoothly for each student. Mike.
All right, thank you, Lily. We wish all incoming freshmen the best of luck during their first year of college. Indiana State University students are preparing to head back to the classrooms as well, but first they must move in. Friday morning, thousands of students will return to campus as ISU has its official move-in day. Blue Team, a group hired by ISU, will assist students throughout the day to make the transition as quick as possible. Blue Team hopes that each move-in will take no longer than 15 minutes. Students will also be welcomed to a newly renovated residence hall.
4 towers, which are on our west side of campus. We've been renovating them one per year, and we just finished the last one. It's called Rhodes Hall. It's decked out with all kinds of new stuff.
Move-in starts at 9 a.m. and will last throughout the day. Well, the air show is this weekend, and the high-flying acts are starting to make their way to Terre Haute. The Blue Angels are the headliners of the show, and the entire team is now in town. Our Sierra Hignite got an exclusive interview with the team's leader, and she joins us now with the story. Sierra.
Thanks, Mike. The spectators watching the Blue Angels high-flying act is nothing less than incredible, but today I talked with both the team's commander and other members who say the experience isn't too different for them. Blue Angels have made a name for themselves that is recognized across the world. The team has a legacy of death-defying high-flying stunts that lead hundreds of thousands of spectators in awe. Newly leading the team is Commander Eric Doyle, who started out just like all of us.
It started when I saw the Blues for the first time when I was about 5 years old. So that probably was the spark way back when. And it's always been an interest for me, a passion, if you will, since I saw them the first time.
Commander Doyle says for him, the show never gets old. The most entertaining part of the Blue Angels performance isn't how fast the planes can fly or how many spins they can do.
Well, I think it boils down to the teamwork we bring to the show. You watch, these 6 beautiful airplanes here, and there are 6 pilots in them, but it takes a large team to make this happen.
One of those team members is AM1 Anthony Rodriguez.
The airframes, hydraulic systems, landing gear, flight controls, pretty much roughly about 95% of the aircraft that we see behind me, we work on minus the engines and the lights.
Traveling every week can be challenging, but the team says they have created a brotherhood and enjoy seeing each other's home state.
We have a couple people here on the team from here, so to be able to come to their hometown and just kind of them shows around is awesome.
Rodriguez has an interesting position. He gets to work with the team behind the scenes, but also gets to watch his teammates from the ground.
We'll be at attention, but inside your heart's just pumping, and it's like, all right, here we go.
Serving as a Blue Angels team member is often something most can only dream of. For the members of this team, it's what they call a dream come true.
It's incredible. It's humbling. And I think I said it a minute ago, it's hard to put into words because there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about how thankful and humbled I am to get to do this.
I also got to talk with a team member who is from Indiana, and he says his dad is renting a bus and driving about 15 friends and family members into town from his hometown just to see the show.
Pretty cool, Sierra. Thank you for that report. The team was out practicing today. Did you see them? I did 3 times. They say they will be ready for weather of any kind of weather that we may have here in the valley. And the show will go on, no doubt. The Blue Angels weren't the only ones to arrive today. The F-22 Raptor team also made their grand entrance, bringing in 2 iconic American planes. Teams call the plane the powerhouse of military aircraft. They say the plane is a force and that it is vital to our nation's security. One of the pilots talked about what it is like to fly the Warbird.
Well, to fly an F-22 Raptor is an amazing honor and a privilege. It's humbling. As far as the actual feeling you get within your body, it's exhilarating. Adrenaline rush. I mean, your blood is pumping, the adrenaline is flowing, and you can't stop smiling because it's truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The F-22 is an exclusive plane to the United States. Members of the demo team say they enjoy showing Americans what kind of equipment is on our side. Here's what we'll have for you over on WTWO News at 6. The fight against meth continues in the Wabash Valley for law enforcement as they arrest 10 people in a major drug bust. Plus, a Hoosier man is facing federal charges in a hate crime against a Jewish synagogue. And Park Heritage High School is set to make some school history tomorrow night on the football field. We'll head north and check in with the Wolves. Join us for these stories and much more at the top of the hour over on WTWO News at 6. Well, Dan Reynolds is back after the break to let us know if the rain will stay around through the weekend. We hope not. Plus, Paul Manafort's trial has gone to the jury, but the real question is, why does a man accused of money laundering millions of dollars seem unable to afford socks?
With Tom McClanahan and Chief Meteorologist Jesse Walker. You're watching WAWB Live at 5.
Summertime is heat time. Have Finzel's Master Tech check your battery today to make sure it doesn't fail. Also, don't forget about your starter and alternator that can cause your battery to fail prematurely. All this month, check out these great savings on batteries, starters, and alternators.
All this month, get a Visa prepaid card worth up to $25 with your qualifying purchase of a Napa battery, alternator, or starter. And help us support the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund.
Finzel's Master Tech. Car problems, we fix it.
It happens in a flash. Deadly accidents involving semis, truck drivers forced to work long hours. An investigation found Mike Braun's company was cited 41 times for unsafe driving violations, accused of forcing employees to drive longer than the law allowed, and then covering it up by falsifying records. When one worker refused, he said he was fired. Mike Braun cheated the system and made millions. He's really not for you. SMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
B&B Foods is your family-owned wholesale grocery store since 1952. Why pay to shop wholesale foods when you can save more at B&B? Open to the public. We offer a variety of restaurant-quality equipment, supplies, and food for all occasions. Don't forget to grab lunch while you're here. Our deli offers fresh-made soups, sandwiches, and salads daily. Come on in to B&B Foods, where we've been known for our personalized customer service for over 5 years.
Come on into B&B.
Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Nissan. Check out the all-new Nissan lineup from your Award of Excellence dealer. Your local Weather Authority with meteorologist Dan Reynolds.
Welcome back. Looking south on US 41 on the Gerber Post Building Skywatch Network camera. Some breaks in the clouds, some blue sky there. There's also some rain around. Here's what we're tracking on the weather headlines. Scattered showers and storms are going to stick for a bit. We'll have the air show weather real quick for you. Rain next week, at least to start the week. There you go, Saturday, 84, mostly cloudy. Saturday afternoon during the peak heating, might see a pop-up shower or storm. Doesn't look like anything big. Not enough to even put in the forecast. Sunday, sunny, 86. Not bad. Right now in Terre Haute, 84 with the southwest wind at 10. Feels like 91 out there, so a little muggy. Rainfall here, 1,200s. We're approaching the monthly average, so doing a good job there. Well ahead year to date. Almost 7 inches there. Rainfall since midnight, about a quarter inch at Olney. Rainy spot, Bloomington, almost 9/10, about a 1/10 of an inch at Terre Haute. So hit or miss stuff again. That'll be the case tonight and tomorrow. 70 this morning. Paris, Terre Haute, 71. And along that US 50 corridor from Flora through Olney, back to Vincennes. Right now we're talking 81 for the high in Washington. They've had some rain today. 84 in Terre Haute with an 85 at Paris. 87 over at Effingham. Current temps pretty close to those highs for the day. We've been at 84 for our high. And the winds out of the south right now, 5 to 10, at least something to stir up the atmosphere. Those will lighten up during the overnight hours. If you head out on the Metro View, take the umbrella just in case. Scattered showers and storms around the area should dissipate a little bit with sunset. And again, it's going to be widely separated showers and storms. A little low spinning up to the north there. We've already had one round of rain come through. We had a brief shower, about an hour or so here at the station, lasted about a minute. And then you can see how widely separated everything is, and a closer view on our Dorset Automotive Doppler radar shows the bulk of the rain now in northern Vigo County. There's Park into Putnam County. That's putting down some good rainfall there. That's about the most organized rainfall we see for the time being. Things lighten up a bit during the overnight, but watch about showtime tomorrow at 5:30. Another line comes through. Again, some breaks. Not a complete washout on Friday, but we'll see scattered shower activity. Then as we go Friday night for football into Saturday, you notice we don't see a lot. Maybe Saturday afternoon, there's 5:30. We might see something crop up due to heating, but chances are pretty low. And rainfall totals from now through the next 48 hours, and this model updates itself every 3 hours. Just over an inch at Bloomington, about 4/10 at Vincennes, 2/3 at Terre Haute. So again, a real range of rainfall amounts around the valley. Tonight, take the rain gear just in case. Muggy, 70 with those scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Then tomorrow, we're talking, some morning activity, then rain more likely, I think, in the afternoon. That'll be when we'll see our storm threat as well. 82 for the high. And looking ahead on that 7-day forecast, we're not going to mention rain for Saturday. We could have something pop up in the afternoon, but it's just not a big threat. Lots of clouds Saturday. And Sunday, we're talking sunny skies. 85 now. The model is updated. It looks pretty good. Rain Monday in scattered form. Likely, I should say, for rain, scattered storm activity. And after that, Mike, looks like we're going to cool down a little bit, break this so muggy pattern we've been enjoying lately.
That sounds pretty good. I like that. Thank you, Dan. Well, Paul Manafort doesn't seem worried about cold feet during his trial. Courtroom sketches show the former campaign chairman sporting a relaxed summer footwear, which was loafers and no socks. And of course, Twitter and the fashion world noticed, and so did Jeannie Mose, who reports.
It came as a no-sock shock. Here's a courtroom sketch of Paul Manafort, and all I can think about is no socks? After all those photos of ostrich and $18,000 python jackets he bought, the skin that's now getting attention is human ankle. As if all the other jokes weren't enough.
And Manafort did not take the stand. However, he did take a watch, 3 wallets, and the judge's gavel.
Now his sockless feet are Twitter targets. Another inmate took his ostrich socks. Other public figures flaunt their socks, be it President George H.W. Bush with his lobster and Superman socks worn on his 89th birthday, or Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau sporting everything from ducks to Chewbacca.
Well, you're famous for your socks.
It distracts people every now and then.
It does.
Yeah, well, so do no socks in a courtroom. Since he's in custody, Manafort is not allowed to wear a belt or shoelaces, and he is only allowed government-issued white socks. His spokesman tells CNN he doesn't like white socks. As Esquire put it, Paul Manafort is being forced into socklessness by his own vanity. Though Esquire also points out, actually, white socks are awesome. They're in.
Loafers with the white socks. Loafers with the white socks.
But some loafer lovers prefer freedom for their feet. And if he wouldn't wear white socks, it's a safe bet the fashion-conscious former Trump campaign chairman wouldn't get caught dead in Trump hair socks, selling for $30 at Walmart. Jeannie Mose, CNN.
Loafers with the white socks.
New York.
Not much more to say about that story. Still to come on Live at 5, the latest on President Trump's pulling a former head of the CIA security clearance. Also, can you drink too much water? The answer may surprise you.
So you guys have recently started dating? Yes. Cool. I want to show you guys 3 Chevy SUVs. The first one is called the Trax. Great for when you move in together. And this is the Chevy Equinox. Perfect for when you 2 have your first kid.
Give me some time.
Okay. This is the Traverse. For when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 cat.
Whoa.
5?
Qualified lessees can get this well-equipped 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $199 a month. Visit WabashValleyChevy.com.
Graber Post Buildings has everything you need for your next metal roof or post frame building project, all in one location. Since 1973, Graber Post has been committed to producing and supplying the highest quality building materials at the most competitive prices. We stand behind our quality, and your satisfaction is our #1 priority. For quality you can count on from a company you can trust, give us a call today, 1-800-264-5013.
What a storm. If only we had a heavy-duty tape that was crystal clear and even held up underwater.
Crystal clear Gorilla Tape?
Of course.
Crystal Clear Fix, patch, and seal, even underwater, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Pamper your feet with this at-home pedicure.
I don't have time for that. My feet get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's for Healthy Feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my feet back.
It's back by popular demand. The 4-for-3 deal at Rallies and Checkers with 3 options that'll really fill you up. Get the classic Rally Burger with cheese and all the fix-ins. Turn up the heat with the spicy chicken sandwich. Or go deep with the crispy fish sandwich. Plus, those famous seasoned fries. An apple pie and a drink, all for just $3. That's a lot of food for a little price. Better hurry. The 4-for-3 deal. Get it now with your choice of sandwich. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
This is local news that matters. WAWV Live at 5 continues.
President Trump's move revoking the security clearance of an outspoken critic and former CIA Director John Brennan is drawing criticisms from both sides of the aisle. Emily Rao has the latest.
It's pretty clear this is a president who goes out of his way to punish his political adversaries.
Democrats quick to blast the president for pulling the security clearance of former CIA Director John Brennan.
I just think this is sad if it's gotten down to where politics has come to this level.
Republican Senator Susan Collins also critical, but adding,
and I believe that John Brennan has acted in far too politically a role since he left the CIA. Nevertheless, I do not see the grounds for revoking his security clearance.
Farther right, Senator Lindsey Graham backing up the president.
Mr. Brennan has gone way over the line in my view, and I think restricting his clearance, pulling his clearance makes sense to me.
Nearly 4.1 million Americans have security clearances, including 1.3 million with top secret clearance.
What they've done by revoking his clearance is they've taken that resource away, and that could be harmful from a national security perspective.
ABC News contributor John Cohen says there's reason to worry. Over the course of his 32-year career, Cohen has held the highest security clearance, and he maintains a clearance today.
There are people who are former and well-respected leaders of our intelligence community who are so concerned at the threat facing the United States that they are raising the alarm in a very public way.
The White House has named 9 other current and former intelligence community officials whose clearances they are reviewing. All 9 have been consistently critical of the president. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
What is the right amount of water to drink in a day? Most people are worried about dehydration, but overhydration can be a problem as well, and in rare cases, a deadly one. It's known as hyponatremia. It occurs when your blood salt levels are diluted below the normal range, all from drinking too much water or sports drinks. This drop causes the body and, in some cases, even the brain to swell. This can be especially concerning for student athletes and those participating in endurance sports. Experts say the best rule of thumb is to simply listen to your body. Drink when you're thirsty and simply stop when you aren't. An alert to parents about popular packaged baby foods. Consumer Reports tested dozens of them, from cereals to snacks, for traces of heavy metals like lead. And they say the results are troubling. Paula Ferris has more on this story.
21-month-old Ben's breakfast is cereal, and his snack, teething wafers. Just some of the 50 popular packaged baby foods tested by Consumer Reports after they purchased 3 samples of each from retailers across the country. Consumer Reports tested for heavy metals including lead, cadmium, and inorganic arsenic, and say they found at least one of these metals in all of the samples.
This is of a concern because people should not have heavy elements or heavy metals in their food, particularly for their children.
Consumer Reports concluded that 68% of the samples they studied had at least one heavy metal at levels they considered worrisome, and 30% of the products tested raised concern with just 1 serving or less a day if consumed regularly. They expressed even more concern about snacks and products they tested, which contain rice and sweet potatoes, which they reported had higher levels of one or more of the heavy metals, particularly inorganic arsenic. They also say their analysis of organic food samples tested just as likely to contain the contaminants.
Our message is balance. As a parent, you should not be gravely alarmed by this, but it should be a bit of information that you use to make balanced, concerned choices for your children.
Consumer Reports Chief Science Officer James Dickerson says these heavy metals can occur naturally and get absorbed into food from soil or could come from contaminants in the water and equipment used for processing of raw food. And if ingested regularly over time, these elements increase the risk for certain health problems, particularly for young children.
These metals pose very specific risks to children because their brains are still developing. Our goal in an ideal world would be to limit and completely eliminate these metals from our food.
The following companies said they were dedicated to the safety and quality of their food products and follow the guidelines set by the Food and Drug Administration and their own stricter internal standards. Gerber further noted that trace amounts of many elements occur naturally in our environment, so it's possible they can get into fruits, vegetables, and greens as they grow. And Beechnut told GMA that after it received the Consumer Reports test results, it upgraded the requirements for its third-party lab testing to help meet our goal of minimizing heavy metals as much as possible.
Consumer Reports says its findings were a spot check of the market. Plus, they said it should not be used to draw definitive conclusions about specific products or brands. They advise parents to give children a variety of foods and rotate options. That way they can maintain balance and limit the risk of any long-term exposure of heavy metals. Rollbacks seem to be a good thing, maybe a great thing for a big retailer. Plus, some ways to save if you still need some back-to-school items. Stay with us.
We got some new blood and some pushing the expiration date.
Gotta work twice as fast, 3 times as hard. Because you're old as hell?
Nathan Fillion is The Rookie. Premieres Tuesday, October 16th on ABC.
MyWabashValley.com has tips for your pets. Learn which exercises benefit your dog. Find out why socialization is important and why annual exams are needed. Healthy Pets. Brought to you locally by Heritage Animal Hospital.
I'm Todd Hine with LaborLink. Stop in today. We have something for everybody. To apply now, call us at 812-235-6500 or go to our website at golaborlink.com.
You're witnessing something very special. A medley of exhilaration, joy, and satisfaction experienced only at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Getting a deal on the Honda CR-V with a standard rear-view camera is as delightful as it looks. But don't just witness this, my friends. Experience these great deals for yourself.
Exciting, I know.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda CR-V, Motor Trend's 2018 SUV of the year.
Check out MyWabashValley.com. Get the most accurate weather forecast from your weather authority. Catch all the local sports scores and highlights from around the Wabash Valley. Plus, you'll find contests, job listings, and so much more. Everything you want is just a click away. This is local news that matters. WAWB Live at 5 continues.
If you still have some back-to-school shopping to do, you're not alone. And experts say it's not too late to find some great bargains. Whether you're buying online or at a store, Mary Maloney has some last-minute money-saving tips.
Summer is coming to a close, so back-to-school deals are heating up. Shopping and money experts say late August to early September is still a great time to find really good deals.
We still have the Labor Day sales and stuff in August, so if you missed on an item you really want, don't despair.
Saving tip number 1, buy in bulk. Experts suggest you pool resources with a group of parents who have to buy the same items for their kids. Then split the cost to save money. Bargain tip number 2, match prices. According to a recent NerdWallet survey, about 4 out of 5 parents don't always do this and leave money on the table. Another suggestion from NerdWallet, buy refurbished laptops or computers instead of new ones. Just make sure it comes with a warranty. Another bargain tip, take the bundle approach and buy pre-packed boxes of supplies online.
Standing in the aisles at a Walmart or a Target is tough, and so you save time and headache and you get the bundle.
Online Online sites like SchoolToolbox.com and SchoolPack.com allow you to search for pre-built boxes for participating schools.
We've priced those out to see if you bought them individually versus the bundle. You almost always save on the bundle than versus buying individually, and more importantly, you save time and headache.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Delta wants more friendly faces in the friendly skies. The airline plans to hire more than 1,000 flight attendants in 2019. To be a Delta flight attendant, you have to be at least 21 years old, have a high school degree or GED, be fluent in English, and be able to work in the U.S. But meeting those qualifications does not mean you're guaranteed a job. Last year, Delta received more than 270,000 applications for 1,700 flight attendant job openings. Starting next month, if you want to bring an emotional support animal on a Southwest flight, it can only be a cat or a dog. Southwest passengers will need to present a letter from a doctor, and the animal must be on a leash or in a carrier. Similar rules go into effect for trained service animals, and only dogs, cats, and miniature horses will be allowed to fly. Since the beginning of the year, American, JetBlue, Delta, and United have all introduced similar policies. Don't have time for caffeine in breakfast? Well, Starbucks is hoping its latest creation will fill both needs. The beverage chain introduced protein-blended cold brew that is now available. The drink is made with cold brew coffee, alternative milk options, and plant-based proteins. You can customize with different fruit flavors, extra protein, or even make it decaffeinated. A grande averages about 270 calories and contains around 10 grams of protein. This morning, Walmart stock jumped 10% after it released a stellar earnings report. It showed overall sales increased 4.5% at Walmart stores open for at least a year. At the same time, digital sales surged 40%. Walmart also reasserted itself as a leader in the supermarket business. Walmart's Sam's Club warehouse unit reported a same-store growth of 5%, the best in 6 years. Ellen DeGeneres' clothing is coming to Walmart. The talk show host's new fashion line makes its debut at the retailer on September 10th. The collection, named EV1, is denim-based and features jeans, shoes, and shirts. Officials say the cost of the items will be no more than $30. The clothing will be a fixture within Walmart as new items will be added each season. Something to look forward to, right, Dan?
I suppose so.
Okay.
I'm not sure that the Ellen DeGeneres line will fit me. Let's check out Torsen Automotive Doppler radar. You can see that's the one active pattern we got right now. Pretty heavy rain there around the Brazil area, northeast of there. And then we'll continue with that scattered shower and storm threat tonight and tomorrow. Good news is right now we're going to take rain out for Saturday and Sunday. Looking really good, Mike. And some cooler weather on the way next week as well.
Cooler weather, I like that. Thank you, Dan, and thank you for watching Live at 5. ABC World News is coming up at 6:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Central. And for news updates anytime, anywhere, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and then go to mywabashvalley.com. It's a good site. Check it out. We invite you now to join myself, me, Dan, and the rest of the team over on WTWO News at 6. Have a great day, everyone.